All right, so we're going to talk about dividing monomials. Okay, so just like with multiplying, we're going to expand it out. So as in this first example, we've put 7 fours over 2 fours. And then we cross off any ones that they have in common, the numerator and denominator. Okay? And then there's 5 fours left over. So that's why the answer is 4 to the 5th. So let's look at 6 to the 8th divided by 6 to the 4th. So we have our little thing, and we have 8 sixes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And then we have 4 on the bottom. I normally like to line them up, so that way it's easy to cancel out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can cancel. We share those in common, and those in common, and those in common, and those in common. So now we have this many left. So we have 6 to the 4th power left because there's 4 6s left. All right. So I want you to try the next 2 on your own. So I want you to pause. I want you to try the next 2 on your own and see if you can get a pattern for this property, because now we're going to talk about the second property. Okay, so pause and try the next 2. All right, so maybe you've guessed it, but our property is that we take our base and then now we subtract the 2 exponents. So like when we had a to the 5th over a squared, that simply is a5 minus 2. And that's how we got a to the 3rd. Okay, so yeah, that's our property. So let's look at a couple of these, practice. We're going to do a couple together. And then I'm going to let you do some on your own. Okay, so let's do the first one together. So we have the same base, which is nice. So then we subtract our exponents. So we do 4 to the 3rd minus 3, which gives us 4 to the 0. But do you remember from the first section? Our 0 exponent, or any non-zero number raised to the 0 power, is equal to 1. So 12 to the 0 is equal to 1. Or, in this case, 4 to the 0 equals 1. Okay, so we went over that on our first section. So let's do another one together. So we have 16 to the 12th minus 5. And 12 minus 5 is 7. All right. Let's do a couple more. Just kidding. I want you to pause and do 3 and 4 for me now. So I want you to pause and do 3 and 4. Okay, so 3 should have been pretty straightforward. You would get b to the 4th. 4 is a little bit more complicated because we have those coefficients. But we just divide those coefficients like normal. So we would just do 12 divided by 3, which gives us 4. And now we do a, 7 minus 2, which then our answer is 4, a to the 5th. Okay. With example 5, we have to do 2 properties at once. We have to do the first property, the multiplication property, because it's x to the 4th times x to the 5th, which is then x4 plus 5 over x6, which then gives us x to the 9th over x to the 6th. And now we're going to do this current property and subtract them. So you have x to the 9 minus 6, which is x to the 3rd. Okay. If we have 2 exponents, it works the same way. So let's do number 6 real quick. So we have to divide these coefficients. So what's negative 25 divided by 5? That's negative 5. And now we have to look at our x's. So we have x to the 4th minus 3. And then we look at our y's. So we have y to the 7th minus 3. So now our answer is negative 5 x either to the first or x, and then y to the fourth. And that's our answer. All right. So I want you to pause this video and try number 7. It is tricky, so I want you to give it your best shot and unpause if you get stuck, and all my work will be up there, okay? All right, so then our answer to this one is 3, x to the fourth, y to the third. And that's because when we multiply across, we get 75, x to the 11th, y to the fifth, and then we get 25, x to the 7th, y squared, and then we can divide like we've been doing before. Okay, so please let me know in class tomorrow if you have any questions or concerns.